I just got back home from a family gathering where we celebrated three birthdays. Actually, four. My grandfather, my great uncle, who's the twin brother of my grandfather, their friend of who, they've been friends since 1957. So you do the math on that. Shoot, 68 years. And my cousin's fiance. And it's great to be able to celebrate life and family and to see us all come together. But I kind of dread family gatherings a lot of the times because it's always the same questions that come up. What are you doing? Are you making a living for yourself? Well, actually, no one's asked me if I'm making a living for myself until today. But what are you doing in life? And then I just have to give the same answer. I'm waiting for training to start back up. Maybe hopefully this year I'll qualify for something. Hopefully something different will happen for my life. And it just gets tiring. Like when people can't see all the work you're putting in behind the scenes, not even just on the track, because that's the main thing they understand that I do. And some of them say podcast, like I do a podcast, but I don't. I do social media. I do the YouTube. I do the streaming. And I've been working at the streaming and social media for years. I've been on YouTube for 10 years, and I've deleted the channel that I had before. I almost had 500 subscribers on that channel. I've been on and off with that for years, and then streaming, I've been streaming not consistently for not 9 years, for 6 years. And it's like, I want to do this stuff so bad. The running, not so much anymore, but it's a part of me. It's in my blood, so I'm doing it. And I'm like, it's so hard to continue on the path that you're on when it's like you really don't feel like you have that many people behind your back. Like, sure, my parents support me financially because I don't have the money and I'm not working a traditional job or whatever because I'm pursuing this athletic career. And like, sure, I have family that loves me and that's surrounded by me. But I kind of feel like King David in the Bible. David was the youngest child, but was chosen by God to be king over Israel one day. And he was a shepherd boy. He was tending the flock. He was in the fields. And he had a slingshot. He would fight off bears and stuff like that and predators with, I don't know bears because I don't know if bears were. Anyways, I guess there were bears, but he had a slingshot. And we all know the story of David and Goliath. The one shepherd boy, the youngest of all the bunch who was chosen to be king, took down a giant with the slingshot. Not necessarily saying I'm chosen to be king or anything. Let's not get that twisted. But like in the aspect of feeling like the black sheep of the family, I certainly feel misunderstood, and it doesn't really matter how many times I try to explain myself. It's just not gonna make sense because there's just such a generational divide. And I had my cousins, one of my cousins, her husband invited me to do a job or whatever, but I didn't feel right in taking the job because he really didn't give me too many details. Like, why am I going to take a job when I don't know the details of it? And then my other cousin took the job because he was just like, sure, I'll take it. Right. And I'm glad I didn't take it because all the details that were given to me didn't really seem like after the fact of my cousin doing that job, it was like there would have been a lot more cons than pros if I were to work that job, even if it was for $200. But I believe God will provide, and I believe that there is something for me if I continue going. Like, I have come too far to give up on myself and not believe in myself to do the things I want to do on the track, on YouTube, on Twitch. Like, I'll be damned if somebody tries to stop me now in my tracks and what I want to do. I have always gone against the grain. I didn't go to college. I went for one semester. I didn't even do any of the classes, so that was a waste of money. But my dad especially kind of pressed it upon me to try school, which I didn't care for. And I'm going to make it. I'm posting this video to say that I will make it. I don't care. I've never been this confident before in my life. Something about, I was driving back home and I just felt like, man, like people don't understand me, but I slapped myself back to reality. I was like, no, like you've come this far. You're going to do shit on the track and you're going to make it on YouTube and Twitch. I don't care how long it takes. I've already made an impact on social media just from the people that I've met. Just even playing the game, playing Fortnite. I like playing Fortnite. It's my favorite game. One of my favorite games. It's actually not my favorite game of all time, but currently it's my favorite game to play. And it's as unfortunate as it is, I think that game might be dying soon, but that's a whole nother topic for another discussion for a whole nother day. But if no one else believes in you, you gotta believe in yourself. Like, I'm so delusional at this point. Nothing can stop me, especially with God on my side, Jesus, specifically Jesus Christ on my side, and I will never stop professing Jesus Christ. Never. You can click off the video. I don't care. I will never stop professing his name because he has done so much for me and he can do so much for you. But back to the topic at hand. I know I can do what I set my mind to. Anything I've ever wanted in this life, I've gotten. Whether someone gave it to me, whether I went 50-50 with the person, or I went and got it by myself. And I'm not about to stop now. So if you're watching this and you want to do something in this life and you don't have a support system, that's okay. All you need is you and God. God, most importantly. If no one's got you, God's got you. And you got to have yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, who will? And the thing is, I don't need people to cheer me on early on in my journey or even in the middle. It doesn't matter because I know they'll be cheering at the finish line.